Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Maybe what I should start this off with is ahoy matey. So yeah, it's Halloween and I'm gonna do my update video. So thank you guys so much for coming back. I know a lot of you have been asking for an update. It has been a long time. You submitted questions. I will answer those, I promise. If you want to see, my husband was also dressed as a as a pirate tonight, and my son was a parrot, appropriately enough, because he repeats everything we say. So check out my Instagram. It's @MichelleMotivation if you want to see those Halloween photos. There's my parrot. So I'm gonna get right to it because I know that some of you have questions that you really do want answers to. I'm just gonna say, kind of excuse this crazy hair mess going on. We did a family walk in the rain and we saw puddles, and then we jumped in them, and my hair gets like frizzy and curly when it's cold and wet outside, and so that's how I'm doing this video, just keeping it real. So the first question I got asked was, what supplements or lifestyle changes did I do to prepare for my IVF, natural IVF cycle? And I did that with the Life IVF Center. So let me just tell you guys this. Every single step of my journey, I documented and I shared every single thing on the channel. So if you look through my playlist, you'll see every single thing I did. And I would recommend you go back and watch those because I did change a lot. I changed my mindset. I did meditation. I went out in nature and I was walking and hiking and making sure that I was physically healthy. I did a ton of supplements. I did a ton of different types of smoothies and fertility, nutritional things like that. So go back and watch those videos for the specifics on that, because otherwise this video will be like 47 hours long. Question number two is, are we ready for baby number 2? And I think that we are now starting to have that conversation a little bit more with the idea of timing it. And my son actually had some very scary health issues for about the first year and 3 or 4 months of his life, and he is now doing exceptional. And because he's now doing exceptional, we're like really getting to just enjoy this and not enjoy it with worry over us. Before, we were enjoying every single step of the way, but we were also kind of having this worry cloud over us. And we're not the type of people who like say, oh, you know, please pity us or feel sorry for us. So we didn't really like share a whole lot of what was happening, but I shared brief little snippets of that on my channel. And what was happening was my son was pooping extreme amounts of blood and became anemic, was lethargic, he wasn't okay, honestly. And so we were going to specialists and different doctors, and it was to the point where they were going to do surgery, and they wanted to do something called a fecal transplant. And I was like, yeah, that's not on my list of things I want to do to my child. And it's exactly as gross as it sounds like it is. So what we ended up doing was going and taking him to my homeopathic doctor. Those of you who have been watching my channel, you know that I am kind of a natural hippie girl. So that's what we did. We went to a natural doctor and she completely saved my son's life. He had an infection that actually kills 14,000 people a year. And that's something that we didn't take lightly. So with that being said, he's completely healthy now. He is 100%. And because he's just now healthy, we kind of feel like, okay, we can just enjoy him without being scared or taking him to specialists or seeing different doctors and all that. And we don't have the medical bills now. So we're just gonna like ride this out a little bit and just enjoy having time with him. You know, maybe in the next year or year and a half, we'll do another transfer. We do have that frozen embryo waiting for us. And the way I feel about it right now is, if it's meant to be, then that frozen embryo will work and become a baby for us. And then our son will have a sibling. And we're okay if that's not what happens. And we hope that that is what happens. Another question I got was, you wanted me to share with you some of my son's firsts and what they were like for him. So recently we got to see him meet Santa for the first time, and it wasn't even planned actually. My husband and I were going to the mall, we had to run some errands, and then Santa was there. So we saw Santa and my son was like, Santa! Santa! Like they'd been best friends like forever. And we have this book that has Santa in it. And so we don't let him watch TV, and he reads a lot of books instead. So he was like, Santa, Santa. And I was like, do you want to go say hi to Santa? Yeah. And he's really advanced in his vocabulary. Like he probably says somewhere between 75 and 80 words and says like 4 to 5 word sentences. So he's doing really well with that, which is very helpful for us to understand what he needs or wants. And so I said, okay, let's go say hi to Santa. So my husband's holding him, and he goes over and he's like, hi, Santa. And Santa waves hi. And then Santa goes to give him a high five, and my son gives him a high five. And then Santa was like, knuckles. And so they did knuckles. And then my husband goes, do you want to sit on his lap? And my son was like, no, thanks. No, thank you. And we were like, well, let's just try. Maybe you can take a picture with Santa. So we go to put him on Santa's lap, and he lifted his legs up like this and was like, no, peas, no peas, which is how he says please. And I was like, okay, you don't have to. But it was hilarious that he was like, Santa, my friend, high-fiving, like knuckles, waving. I don't want to sit on his lap. Like, no, I don't actually like be on his lap. I thought that was really funny. The second one, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw this already, but him seeing the rain and the puddles, oh my gosh, that's just super cute. He can't jump. Like he's 1.5. So when he jumps, he doesn't actually get any air under his feet. So he does this like, he makes this face when he's jumping. And I'm like, you're trying, you'll get it. So that's super adorable. And then the first time he ever tried beets, it was pretty funny. So I put a beet in his mouth and he was like, grapes? And I said, no, actually he calls grapes boops. I don't know why, boops. Yeah, that's what he does. He was like, a boop? And I was like, nope, it's not a grape. It's actually a beet. And I said, do you want to try it? Yeah. And so I put it in his mouth and he was like, bleh, bleh. And I said, you don't like it? And he goes, more please. Okay. So I give him the beet again. He goes, bleh, spits it out. More please. I'm like, okay. So I put it in his mouth. He chews it up, swallows it, and was like, And I said, was that good? And he said, yeah. And I said, do you want some more? No. He's a riot. How did you guys celebrate your Thanksgiving? I would love to hear it. We are selecting to have a Friendsgiving. We did a family Thanksgiving now, and we're doing a Friendsgiving on actual Thanksgiving. And I love it because I think that your friends become your chosen family. And so we are having Thanksgiving with our chosen family, which just so happens to be my best friends and their kids. And our kids are like days apart from each other. So it's wonderful. I don't want you guys to get depressed. I know a lot of people get depressed during the holidays because you don't have something or someone. I think it's important to remember that people are posting on social media like their highlight reel. So they're not necessarily posting that like their family got into this huge argument or fight on Thanksgiving. And no, they're posting the beautiful dinner that they ate and the nice outfit that they wore, right? That's what they're showing you. So just know that everyone in the world has issues. Nobody is living a perfect life. The more perfect things seem, sometimes the more imperfect they actually are, which is why I love to keep things real with you, which is why I'm sharing that I'm actually more excited to spend it with my friends than family. No offense, but let's be honest, that's the truth. And I hope that you guys do have a good Thanksgiving, and I know you're going to be watching this after, but that's okay. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Okay, the next question is, you guys asked if I could give you some really funny facts or stories about my son. So the other day I was walking holding my son, and I didn't realize that the ground was not level. So I started to trip, and I don't cuss around my son, but I said, oh shoot, as I started to fall. He thought that was the funniest thing. So now he walks around going, oh shoot, and he cracks up. He thinks he's hilarious. Another thing that's really funny is he will put on his glasses that he has. He has glasses, they have no lens. He'll grab anything that looks like a remote control, sit up to his ear, and he goes, hello. Dada? Yeah. Okay. And he has like this conversation with these glasses and then his his fake phone. And then what kills me is he'll go and get a vacuum. So he'll put the phone right here, grab a vacuum, and vacuum while he's talking on his phone with his glasses. And if he finds like a necklace along the way, he throws that on. If he finds a hat, he throws that on. And sometimes he's like in a diaper. So he'll have a diaper on, but then a hat and glasses and his phone, and he'll be vacuuming. So that's hilarious. The other thing that I think is really cute about him is he likes to have what I call kissing parties. So yesterday he ran over to my husband and he was like, "Daddy," and he leaned over and he goes, and he gave my husband a kiss. And then he ran to me, "Mama," and gave me a kiss. Then he goes, "Mama, Daddy, Daddy," and he was pointing to Josh's lips. "Daddy, Mama, Daddy, ma, ma," and I'm like, "Oh, you want mommy to kiss Daddy?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah," all giddy and goofball laughing. So I kissed my husband and then he would kiss Josh again. So it was like this kiss party. And it's just adorable. He's just so full of love. I absolutely love that about him. Another fun fact is that his favorite thing in the world to eat is spinach, sauerkraut, hummus, black olives. He still likes kombucha when he gets it, which is on a rare occasion. And then this kid can eat more eggs and beans than I do. I mean, there was one day where I was like, I don't know how he's still eating. I don't know how he's still eating. And everyone who knows my husband knows he has this huge appetite. So we joke about how he needs to get a job to be able to like help us pay for food because we're gonna go broke with all the food he's eating. That's all there is to it. Okay, the next question I got was kind of funny to me, but it was, "Michelle, you said you're not going to let your son watch TV till he's 2. Have you stuck to that?" Yeah, he's not 2 yet, so he's not watching TV. And people are like, "Oh, but you probably let him like watch videos like, you know, Sesame Street or something on your phone when you go out to eat." No. Or people are like, "What about like on your laptop, like if you're trying to cook dinner?" No TV. No screens. The only thing we will do is like, sometimes my husband will be working and he'll send my son a video saying, you know, "Hi, I love you, I miss you." And so he'll send a video of that. My son will see a video of his dad telling him he loves him, or like FaceTime. But other than that, nope. Number 4 is, how did you lose all the weight? On my Instagram, I show the food that I eat. Food is so important, and people want to know like how I got a flat stomach, or you know, how I've achieved weight loss the way I have. I do work out, so there's that. But really, abs are made in the kitchen. That's what I say. And I didn't come up with that. Somebody came up with that, and I can't agree with it more. So I use that same saying. So whoever came up with that, thank you. You're right. So if you want some great food ideas, go to my Instagram, check those out. I used to be very heavy, and I was an emotional eater. I talk about this in one of my videos, so go back and watch that video. I shared what protein shakes helped me lose weight but not lose my breast milk supply. And so for me, it's not just about looking good, it's really about being here as long as I can be here with my family. And if you don't have your health, you don't have your life. So it's just an added benefit that you look better in a bathing suit when you take good care of yourself. But that's not the priority. The priority is that you actually get to be here in this world and experience life more, hopefully, when you take good care of yourself. Are you still breastfeeding? When do you plan to stop? My plan to stop was actually around when he was 1. And with all of the health issues that he had, I know that breast milk is so helpful and so beneficial and so good for healing and nutrients and so forth. So I've told myself that we will just kind of do a gradual wean, a decline of nursing between now and when he's 2. And it's pretty funny because he will just ask for milk to anybody. He'll go over to my husband and be like, "Milk, milk," and try to lift up his shirt. He went up to his great grandmother 2 days ago and was like, "Milk," and pulling on her shirt, and she was like, "Nope, that factory's closed." So he's definitely interested in milk, and he does almond milk and hemp milk and really honestly almost every other type of milk that's not an animal source. So he will be fine without having breast milk. But just for the sake of helping his gut heal after everything he's been through and after all that his poor little body has experienced, I just want to give him that chance to heal a little bit longer. Okay, next question is, what is a new update about you that we don't know? Okay, so I watched this documentary and it was called The Game Changers. You guys should check it out. It's on Netflix. Okay, it totally made me want to be like on a plant-based diet again. And I was really like good to go with my normal way of eating. And my normal way of eating was like, you know, we would have chicken and a vegetable for dinner and like a fruit. And after watching this documentary, I was like, okay, I think maybe we should make some changes. I had my husband watch it and he was like, we definitely need to make some changes. Had my best friend watch it. She was like, we're making changes. She had her husband watch it and he was like, oh my God, this is crazy. We need to like really do some big overhauling with the way we're eating. And then basically anyone who's watched it has said like, yeah, I'm probably going to modify some things. And so watch it. After you watch it, like comment and tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Why? Why not? I've been a vegetarian before. I've been a vegan before. And when I did it before, it was because of the animals. I felt really sad about the way they were being treated. I watched a like horrible video that PETA posted. I think it was on Facebook, and it made me disgusted, quite frankly. And I threw out all the meat. And I just told my husband, watch this video. This was like 6 years ago. Watch this video. We're not eating meat anymore. He watched the video and he was like, that's horrible. We're not eating meat anymore. So we were vegetarians for 5 years. We were vegans for 5 months. I think at this point, after watching that documentary, we're wanting to live a plant-based lifestyle as much as we can without being hard on ourselves or extreme if we fall short sometimes. So I'm still doing eggs. I think we're kind of transitioning from our normal way of eating to now, you know, heading towards vegan, but we're sort of like at the vegetarian stage. So I'm not eating meats, but I do eggs, and that's kind of the only animal protein. Oh, we do goat cheese. Goat cheese is very similar to, the DNA is very similar to breast milk, goat milk is. So making changes and we'll get there. I thought of another fun fact, and excuse my voice because I'm under the weather, but my son, when he wants to get out of doing something, he pretends to be sleeping or pooping. So if you're, for example, if you say, okay, come on, we gotta go, let's go, bye-bye. If he doesn't want to go and you go to pick him up, he'll say, no, poop. Like, he knows if he's pooping, we'll stop and we'll wait. And we'll give him a minute before we like scoop him up. So he's figured that out. Or if you say, okay, we got to clean up the toys, time to clean up, he lays down and goes, and pretends he's sleeping. I don't know if I should be proud that like he's that smart that he figured out how to do that, or if I should be like scared that he's manipulating the system. But I think that's pretty funny. I hope you guys do too. The spirit of giving thanks, I want to thank all of you for watching my videos and for following me on Instagram and for sharing your journeys. So many of you have gotten pregnant since I've started my journey, and so many of you have gone to see the same doctor, and Life IVF Center has changed your lives. And I am just really excited to tell you this next thing, which is that the Life IVF Center is going to be giving free natural IVF. And you can apply to be a winner the same way I applied to be a winner and was chosen. And so, okay, they want you to submit by January 2nd of 2020. You can either go to their IVFcenter.com website. Go to their Facebook, which is Life IVF Center, or their Instagram, and get the details there. But I wish you guys nothing but good luck. For those of you who are still trying to conceive, please don't give up. It is the most amazing thing to be a mom. And if I would have given up, I would never have experienced this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and sharing my videos. I love you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. Take care.